Camelot 331 here, and I've got some startling info. Some info from a new company that no one's talking about, and it's not funny in any way, shape, or form. And I'm not going to have any jokes in this video, not even one. Maybe two, definitely not one. But this is some sick stuff. And I guess nobody's talking about it because Amazon suffers from a similar thing. And everybody's mad at Amazon for being terrible. Yeah, Amazon's terrible. We understand. We understand they're terrible as hell. But that don't mean that other places are not terrible as hell as well. All right? You know what I'm saying? I dated a girl once. She was terrible. And then I dated a girl like a few months later. She was also terrible. They can both be terrible. Well, this stuff is going to rock your socks off. And this company, Fedex, that we're talking about, has been dealing with lawsuits having to do with this exact same thing. So we're going to go ahead and go through these stories. I have stories directly from people working there, and they're going to change your damn life. All right? After this, you'll be enlightened. You can backpack across Europe if you have the funds. Just work at a farm, it'll be fine. Before we get into it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up doodle, and make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Message me. That's real important. And subscribe to the channel right here. You see it? Right there with a button. I hope this isn't reversed because I'm real dumb if it's been reversed. But make sure you subscribe. That's real important. And share this video so it doesn't happen to anybody else. So first message. This is going to give you a taste of what we're looking at today. It's pretty insane. So it says FedEx Ground is a biased and unwelcoming workplace. The managers rarely care about the safety and well-being of employees except for the couple of managers that actually help when needed. Senior managers are horrendous. They pretend to listen to your problems and nothing changes. They only care about output even if it means hurting the drivers and other employees in the process. Also, the managers are free to text during work hours in front of package handlers, but yell at them if they see a phone on a package handler even if it's not being used. Rules for thee, not for me. We see that a lot right now in every aspect of damn life. The amount of work demanded is unrealistic and many workers get hurt in the process. I was harassed by a manager as well as many other employees, yet he faced no consequences. The managers complain and yell in our faces about how easy our job is when they refuse to properly train newcomers. They force new people who've been there a week or two to train more new people because the turnover rate is so bad. How can a place function when so many people don't know what to do? It's awful and takes a hard mental toll on anyone that works there. So as you can imagine, it's a terrible workplace, no training, and some of the associates are getting harassed. Well, this was just a taste, a small taste of what's about to happen. It's about to get real spicy real fast, you guys. That was me dipping my toe into the water. Now I'm going to put my whole damn leg in, and it's going to get all pruny and stuff. So let's go ahead and check out the next message. So this one says, I worked at FedEx, and there are managers there that harass staff, and it is swept under the rug or explained as, that's just the way it is. Oh my God, that's just the way it is. This happens so often in companies, and upper management will just say, oh, sorry, that's just how it is. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Everybody deserves a safe workplace. But how can you just say that's the way it is? Especially in like a first world country, maybe kind of. I don't know if we're considered that anymore. It's fine to worry about it. It's also frowned upon if anyone goes to HR, not that anything ever gets done. Well, we've always talked about this. HR isn't there for the people, it's there for the company. So if you go there with crazy egregious things that could end up in lawsuits, they'll usually just fire you. And they know you can't pay for a lawsuit because you're an entry-level associate. They know you can't pay for it, so they don't give a damn. They'll just fire you. That's what HR is for. Don't go to HR at most companies. They crazy as hell. They said, I experienced this on the daily. One manager comes up and rubs me on the shoulders every single day. God. He makes the comment, when are you going to let me get a piece of that? Because that's a very appropriate workplace conversation. We are scared to go to HR because that usually ends up us getting treated worse or fired, which is what I just said a minute ago. Retaliation is real. The managers are never even confronted about it. I'm shocked. Harassment, inappropriate comments directly made to women, following women around, or making certain comments to or about them is rampant. Rampant is making it lightly. Making it lightly. Not taken seriously, and is considered normal and not dealt with. It's a serious issue that needs addressing. And that's why I urge you to share this video, because things are burning down in FedEx. There should never be a person out there that is scared to go to work for reasons like this. I was scared to go to work because I didn't like getting up at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. or whatever it was. I was scared of my alarm. Okay? These people are scared for their lives. That's unacceptable. Let's see if there's any more retaliation here. Next story. It says, working as a package handler at FedEx while I go to school. I have watched my manager deny a pregnant woman her request to be moved to an easier task within our job title. She was 8 months pregnant at the time and expected to lift large boxes on her own. Keep in mind, these boxes are thrown at you and they keep coming and they're extremely heavy. No one ever, 8 months pregnant, 6 months, I don't care, should never be doing this. You seen Rocky? Remember when Adrian picks up the bird seed and then she has to go to the hospital? Yeah, this is the bird seed story. Let's continue. And then later, made taking PTO after giving birth difficult for her, so there's no leave for that, obviously. I've had similar issues with my PTO with this manager as he denied my request, made a month and a half in advance for 3 days off for my final exams this semester. I also frequently had to fight with manager to leave work when I needed to go for class. Despite their touted benefits for families and students, my experience and observations have indicated a lack of accommodation for women, their families, and their education, which is obvious. It's obvious. Because no one's talking about FedEx right now doing this. The FedEx ground. Unbelievable. A pregnant woman having to lift giant-ass boxes, just like Adrian, going to be in the hospital while her husband's fighting the damn title, and you can't cheer him on. The heavyweight champion of the world, Rocky Balboa. And this is the issue. This is the issue. So not only is it harassment, it's discrimination as well. But what about this next message? This is the culmination of everything hitting you in the face at once. This is pretty insane. So make sure you buckle your 5-point harness because you're about to hit a wall head on. And we're going to see if we survive. Next message. So this message says, I am 18 years old and I started working at FedEx right when I turned 18. I never really believed this existed or that harassment was a problem until I worked here. Here it goes, guys. Here's the damn one. It makes me dread going to work every day due to the constant harassment I receive from men twice my age. The most disgusting part is that I look really young, and I can only imagine that most of these men are into the spice, man. Into the spice. I've been touched without my permission, shocking. Been followed out to the parking lot. I've been stalked, stared at for hours on end by creepy old men, and more. I bought pepper spray and a taser due to the fact that I was scared for my safety. I talked to management multiple times about punishing the people who had been harassing me, or at least telling them to stop, and he told me, maybe if you stop wearing such revealing clothes, they would stop. What the hell year do we live in right now? I don't know how anybody can be on any side of the aisle and say, oh, sorry, what you're wearing is just too damn sexy. You're just too sexy, girl. No. All right? She's probably just wearing some damn pants and a shirt. Like, what the hell, dude? This was one of the most heartbreaking things I've ever heard. I am not part of the movement, but this has got to stop. And I haven't even mentioned the fact that one of my managers on load side segregated us by gender and made the women do much harder tasks. When I took this to the higher-ups, they did nothing because that man had gotten fired 5 times before for harassment. And they still rehired him because the turnover is so bad, so they're just going to rehire him. As a young female, I feel like every other interaction I have at FedEx is some man being creepy towards me, and it's mentally exhausting. I'm planning on quitting in the next few weeks because I just can't do it anymore. I am not strong enough. Well, the fact that you sent this means that you're strong enough. The fact that you sent this means that you're strong enough. And the bad part is, like I said before, HR is not going to do anything about it. They're going to sweep it under the rug because if news gets out, it's bad. Real bad. If news gets out, it's bad. It's bad PR for FedEx, and they don't want that. So they just bury it under the rug. And then they just rehire the people that do this. Lord, man. Unbelievable. And look at this. It's definitely an issue. For real. It's definitely an issue. Look at this. Shocking, right? Shocking. This happened recently. FedEx failed to take reasonable steps in discovering, preventing, and remedying the harassment and the hostile work environments. Right here. They don't do anything about it. And if you Google this, you're going to find 1,000 articles like this. And they sweep it under the rug because they don't want negative PR from it. So they might throw a few dollars here or there instead of actually fixing the issue. They don't care. As long as they're making their money, that's just how it is. This was a less fun video. This one made me angry as hell. I don't like it. And I just can't believe that this is something that still happens in the world. Like, anybody can be harassed. It happens everywhere. But the amount of messages I get from FedEx associates, and to the degree where things are happening and literally no one listens to them, when it's about another company, at least sometimes there'll be a resolution of some kind. No. They just let them do it at FedEx. They don't care. They don't care. Undamn believable. Make sure you spread this video. Make sure you like the video. And make sure you subscribe if you have not. And send this to everybody you can. And message me on Instagram and Twitter. That's real important. That's just real damn important. And also do me a big favor, please. Do me a big old favor. Make sure you get the hell on it. Doggone it. Bye. Yeah. Fantastic. Sometimes. Depends on your mood. Yeah.